Marijuana, a plant both praised and feared. To some, it's a path to healing. To others, a barrier to growth. But beyond the debates over its legality or health effects lies a deeper question, one almost no one talks about. What are the spiritual consequences of smoking marijuana? Does it truly open your mind, or does it subtly shut the doors to something greater? For centuries, seekers of truth have turned to altered states in search of God, meaning, and self-realization. Marijuana seems to offer an instant bridge to that realm. Thoughts slow down, colors become richer, emotions feel more raw. You may feel creative, more alive, even more spiritual. Some say, I feel closer to the universe when I'm high. And maybe that's true, but here's the question. Is that closeness sustainable? Or is it an illusion, fading the moment the high wears off? True spiritual progress is about expansion, awareness, clarity. But when your path depends on a substance to feel connected, is it really connection or dependency dressed in a spiritual mask? Throughout history, marijuana has been used in sacred rituals, but always with reverence, caution, and purpose. In the ancient Vedas of India, cannabis, referred to as Vijaya, was used as an offering to Lord Shiva, but not daily, not casually, only in spiritual contexts under disciplined guidance. Rastafarians smoke ganja to meditate and reflect on the divine, often in silence and sacred space, not to escape life, but to understand it more deeply. And indigenous shamans, they use plant medicine for healing, not entertainment, and always with ritual, intention, and spiritual supervision. The takeaway? The plant isn't inherently negative, but disrespecting its power, that's where the imbalance begins. Everything you consume affects your energetic body. When you smoke marijuana, your energy, your vibration shifts. At first, you may feel uplifted, but over time, frequent use creates spiritual static. Clarity becomes fog. Motivation softens into passivity. You start feeling off and don't know why. Your third eye, your inner vision, clouds. Your connection to intuition weakens. You may begin to ignore the quiet whispers of your soul. And here's the trap. The high still feels spiritual, but inside, something starts to dim. While high, thoughts can feel profound. You might believe you've uncovered deep truths. But ask yourself, how often do those insights stick? Do they lead to change? Or do they disappear like smoke the next morning? Marijuana can simulate enlightenment, but simulation isn't transformation. It's easy to confuse stimulation for evolution. Real growth is grounded, consistent, conscious, not fleeting revelations that fade when the buzz is gone. Spiritual teachers often say, the ego can wear a spiritual costume. Marijuana can make your ego feel awakened, while secretly feeding your avoidance. For many, marijuana becomes a crutch, a way to avoid pain, trauma, or uncomfortable emotions. But true spiritual work is the opposite. It's not about escape. It's about facing what's inside. The discomfort you run from, that's where your soul wants you to look. Every time you numb it, you delay your evolution. The longer you lean on weed to soothe your spirit, the more you risk losing access to the very parts of yourself that are begging to be healed. Comfort is not always alignment, and not everything that feels good is good for your growth. When you stop smoking, something begins to reawaken. You notice the sky again. Your dreams return, vivid, meaningful. Your emotions rise, raw but real. Your intuition sharpens. You feel lighter, more present. You begin to understand that you never needed a substance to be spiritual. You are spirit. The stillness you seek was inside you the whole time. It was just waiting underneath the haze. Is it possible to be spiritual and still use marijuana? Yes, but only when used with intention, respect, and awareness. Not as a habit, not as a crutch. If the plant enhances your connection, be honest, does it really? Or are you using it to avoid the very work that would bring you true freedom? Your soul knows the answer. Deep down, you do too. This video isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. You are here to awaken, to expand your consciousness, not escape it. So ask yourself, is marijuana serving your spirit or stalling your soul? If this message spoke to your spirit, consider subscribing. We explore the hidden layers of consciousness, addiction, and awakening, so you can walk the path that's truly yours.